What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Anfernee, and in this video I want to talk about barely legal ways to make money. Yes, they are absolutely legal, but barely. They may come with a sort of morality hazard. They may not be legal in some parts of the world, or they just may be a little bit dishonest. So this video is not going to be promoting any scams. Don't get me wrong. Everything is going to be completely legal, barely, but it will be legal. So all I ask is that once you find one thing of value in this video, then tap that like button for your boy and hit that subscribe button if you want to see more videos like this. But to get right into the first barely legal way to make money, and this one is not necessarily illegal, but the reward for this doesn't always outweigh the downsides, and this is going to be something that I do myself sometimes, and it is called credit card churning. Now what credit card churning is that you go out and sign up for a credit card that has a $300 sign up bonus, $500 sign up bonus. You spend money on that card just to get the bonus, and then you close that card shortly after. Most credit cards give you the bonus if you spend a certain amount of money within 30 days. So if you are someone who is going to spend that money anyway, what you could do is just open up a new credit card, buy whatever you were going to buy, and get a $300 to $500 bonus. And some people actually seek these reward programs out and are able to earn $5,000 to $10,000 per year just by churning credit cards. Now the downsides of this, while you won't go to jail, your credit score itself will be impacted by you having so many hard inquiries. If you're applying for a new credit card every single month, that is going to put a lot of hard inquiries on your overall credit report, and it may lead you to being rejected for some loans, especially mortgage loans, if they see that you are a credit hungry applicant. However, even though it is completely legal, it does require a little bit of work if you want to go that route. However, moving on to the second barely legal way to make money, and this one is actually going to be selling your body. Not on OnlyFans, but to the government or to a rescue agent. What I'm saying is that the second way is to sell your plasma. Now, selling your plasma always seemed like a catch-22 to me, because personally, some people do it not to make money, but to actually save lives. But then I think, why not just go to American Red Cross just to donate your entire blood? And if you don't know what selling your plasma is, it's basically when they take the blood out of your body, return the blood cells into your body, and then keep the plasma. Your plasma can be used for a number of surgeries and medical procedures that I'm not going to explain because that's way above my pay grade. But from my research, I read that you can make anywhere from $20 to $50 per donation, and some plasma centers offer a $250 gift card if you make your first donation. So honestly, if you are someone in a pinch and you needed a couple $100 really quickly, I don't think this is a bad idea. People donate blood all the time, but when you start going down the avenue of doing this every month or every week, I think that you will be putting more strain on your body than you will be getting in benefit from the $50 that you get every week from it. But if you want something a little bit less surgical, you can always do Amazon reviews. Now, I myself was an Amazon reviewer, and it was always really sketchy how this process worked. I don't think that it is illegal, but I definitely think that it goes against the code of conduct of Amazon.com. And what Amazon reviewers do is that you get products for free from vendors in exchange for you leaving a 5-star review. Now, reviews on Amazon are very lucrative, so the more reviews you have, the more established and more credible your product seems to be, and the more likely you will get real customers. So how I actually got into this was that I got a DM on Instagram from a sketchy person asking me if I wanted to review a product in exchange to keep it for free. So me thinking I can make content out of it, I said sure, why not? And sure enough, as the process went on, it began to get sketchier and sketchier, but luckily in the end I didn't get scammed. So what they did was they asked me to put an item in my cart and then go to the checkout page so that I can send them a screenshot of the shipping and tax and any other amount charged for their specific product. After sending them the screenshot of the product, they then PayPal me the exact amount for the product, and then I went and purchased the product. After a few days when I got it, I left a review for the product and then sent them a screenshot of the review, and all was well. I got to keep the product and they got a 5-star review. Now obviously this doesn't necessarily make money unless you go and sell the products, but it may be a way to get some free stuff. And I guarantee you, if you go looking to be an Amazon reviewer, although I don't recommend it, I'm sure you can find plenty of credible people that are willing to give you free stuff. However, moving on to the next barely legal way to make money, and this one is actually going to be through cryptocurrency. Now actually trading cryptocurrency is completely legal, but it is what you do if and when you make money on that cryptocurrency. Cryptocurrency is notorious for being a scheme to avoid taxes, to pay for things on the black market. So if you are truly a crypto trader just to take advantage of the market and make money, then I salute you. You are doing it the perfectly legal way. But if you're using cryptocurrency to buy things on the black market or just overall avoid paying taxes, then I'm sorry, this goes from barely legal to completely illegal, and you will be facing jail time as well as back taxes to the IRS. However, let's move on to the fifth barely legal way that you can make money, and this one is legal in most states, just not in all states, and that is going to be gambling. gambling. I would never recommend gambling here on this channel, but I would say that gambling is not too far away from cryptocurrency because I personally just don't understand the intrinsic value. I haven't gotten it through my head how crypto is so valuable, even though it is an intangible asset. I know that can apply to a lot of different companies, so I'm not going to dive too deep into it here, but playing the lottery, playing craps, playing poker, you definitely have some winners and losers at the table, and if you can consistently get off on the winning side through legal and practical means, that is, then you can definitely make some money that way. I did hear a quote that says the casino always wins if you stay there long enough, so I would recommend, and this is not financial advice, is that if you do find yourself up at a big casino, you better get out of there as soon as possible, because if you keep playing, you will more likely lose everything you have and then some. But moving on to the sixth barely legal way that you can make money, and this is going to be crowdfunding. Now, crowdfunding can be a very powerful tool, but it can be a very deceptive tool at the same time. And what crowdfunding is when a new startup company gathers a whole bunch of small angel investors in order to fund the initial stages of their business. And the thing with this is that a lot of the times the business is not fully developed. The products aren't fully developed, and it's more of an idea rather than a concrete concept. And because most of the times the startups don't actually end up working out, what crowdfunders would do is that they will imagine a very big optimistic idea, pitch that to a whole bunch of crowdfunders and a whole bunch of investors, raise $1 million, go and spend all of that money developing the product, and then claim to go bankrupt because they weren't able to get off the ground. And people who do this often are facing serious jail time, but for the person who is just irresponsible with the money once or twice, they could potentially get off the hook, although that is unlikely. But if you're willing to go this route, this could be a very lucrative but very expensive in terms of legal fees way to make money. But moving on to the seventh barely legal way that you can make money, and this is going to be by selling items on eBay or on Craigslist. Now, I've done a lot of side hustles in my past, and included on that list is going to be reselling iPhones on eBay. The reason why I say that this is barely legal because you wouldn't imagine how many stolen iPhones I came across and accidentally bought when doing the iPhone flipping side hustle. It absolutely astounded me. When I first got into it, I didn't realize how deceptive some people were. And to give you a brief backstory here, what I used to do is that I used to find iPhones on Facebook Marketplace with broken screens, broken glass, or broken cameras, or anything like that. I would buy a kit on Amazon and repair it, and then I would flip it on eBay for a $100 or $200 profit. But the thing is that when I was seeking to buy some of these iPhones, a lot of them had screens that would not turn on at all, or had screens that were so heavily damaged that you could not see. So when I was first getting started, before I learned about iCloud lock, I would buy phones that were iCloud locked, not knowing that after I replaced the screen that I had no access to that phone unless the original owner actually put in their password. And I would admit that sometimes the original owner would meet with me again to reopen the phone, but a lot of the times communication ended and I never heard from that person again. And as far as me trying to sell a stolen iPhone on eBay, well, that definitely wasn't going to work, so I was just out of pocket all of the money that I paid for that device. So if you're going to go this route of selling on eBay or selling on Craigslist, make sure you are diligent and make sure you're selling phones that are not stolen and that have a clean title and a clean SIM card. But this can go for a lot of other items as well. It doesn't have to just be iPhones. But then the eighth barely legal way that you can make money is going to be a real estate contract flipper or a wholesaler. Now, this way is completely legal, and I actually like the idea of this a lot. But what a wholesaler does is that they go and knock on doors and ask people if they want to sell their houses. They negotiate a lower price than what the house is worth, put the house on the contract to buy the house, and before the contract actually comes to where they have to buy the house, they would then flip that contract to another investor who wants to buy the house for about $5,000 to $10,000 more than they have it on the contract for. So for the wholesaler who actually put the house on the contract, they never had any skin in the game. All they did was talk to people, and then they flipped the contract to the person that actually had the money, and they made a $5,000 to $10,000 profit just for knocking on doors. There's nothing inherently wrong with this. However, it does seem a little bit pushy and just seems a little bit dishonest in the grand scheme of things. But to each his own, everybody got to make money somehow. Everybody has to eat, and this is just another way to start to make money. But as we get to the ninth and one of the most well-known ways to make money that's barely legal, it is going to be the almighty multi-level marketing scheme. Now, when you hear multi-level marketing, you may immediately think pyramid scheme. Well, that's basically what it is. It is a pyramid scheme. The only difference between multi-level marketing and a pyramid scheme is that the salespeople in a pyramid scheme actually sell products that people use. In a pyramid scheme, the only way that people make money is to get more people into the scheme. However, in the multi-level marketing scheme, people sell products and they recruit other people as well, making it barely legal. If they didn't sell products but they still recruited people, it will be a pyramid scheme all the same. And how multi-level marketing works, get a little bit more in depth, is that let's say I want to sell body wash. I go to the company to sell body wash, they give me the product, and they say, hey, for every 5 people that you get to also sell body wash, you get a 200% bonus on your revenue. So like, okay, cool, I'm selling body wash. I'm telling my friends they're starting to sell a body wash too, and I tell them, hey, if you get 5 people to sell body wash as well, you get the bonus, and it starts to trickle down. While although I'm still selling body wash, I'm making the majority of my money based on the commissions of signing other people up. So honestly, out of everything on this list, I would avoid multi-level marketing schemes the most. I know some people can make a lot of money on it, but for the average person, just stay far away and don't even try to deal with it. So I do want to hear your thoughts on these barely legal activities. Do you think that some of them are legitimate, or do you think that this list was a whole bunch of phony with no real useful information? If you did find one piece of useful information in this video, make sure you tap that like button for your boy, and also hit that subscribe button if you want to see more content like this. If you want a free stock, go down to the description and sign up for the public app. And if you want to learn how to make money online like I do have a masterclass in the description teaching you how to create thumbnails, and that's going to be the first of a lot of mini courses that I plan on releasing on the channel. However, with all that being said, that's all I have for you guys, and I'll see you in the next one.